outside. Isn't it cool? Hey, silly boy. Hey. It's getting a little chilly out. Some coffee. Okay, I'm gonna put the microphone closer to my face because the waves are pretty loud. But I'm here kind of just trying to capture some abstract landscape photography. So I have my 50mm 1.2, which is pretty much my favorite lens of all time, but I don't really take it to the coast that often. I usually end up with my wider lens or a really long lens, but it's been fun just walking around trying to capture some more abstract landscapes. I especially love the colors on the coast because the sun is very low in the sky. This time of year, we have these long shadows, and it's warm sun and cool shadows. So it's just that beautiful marriage of warm and cool. Yeah, it just makes it fun. So here in the Northeast Highlands, like on the Moray coast, we don't get the same kind of drastic light or the lack of light as they do way up north. Like in the northern Outer Hebrides, and obviously in northern Sweden and Norway, they get, I think it's called polar night, where they don't see the sun at all in mid-winter. They have like 8 days of no sun above the horizon. We aren't that drastic here, but the sun is extremely low by the horizon. This is like the brightest it's been the whole month. I have to admit that I've been pretty burned out creatively this month, kind of the end of November and this month. And unfortunately, I can't quite take a break yet because I have to package up. I have to order my Kickstarter books and package everything and send it out probably by mid-January, I'm hoping. So probably I won't really have a break until the end of January. And even then, I'm still going to have the original commissions for the Kickstarter that go into February. So I'm just trying to take it easy, and little moments like this where I can escape for an hour and just like be calm in nature and just take it all in and just let my mind relax. This is basically what's saving me from total burnout. One thing that has helped is that I've reduced the amount that I've been posting and actually using social media in general. I pretty much only go on a little bit at night, and maybe I post 1 or 2 things throughout the week, but it's way more rare. Okay, I'm actually realizing that right now the light is perfect for some photos that I see that I want to take. So I'm going to go do that, and then maybe we'll chat back in the studio. So I'm in this cute little town called Cullen, and I'm gonna wander around into a couple of the gift shops. Hopefully I'll be able to find some Christmas gifts, and I'm also gonna find some coffee. So let's go. Just had the most delicious little coffee and cake at Lily's Cafe. Highly recommend. Okay, well, apparently Mondays are not a great day to go shopping in Cullen. Everything is closed. There's like 2 places open. I was lucky at the one place and at the cafe, but a bunch of places that I wanted to go are closed. So I guess I'm gonna head to the grocery store and then home. Oh my gosh, I had to stop at the beach because the light is so beautiful. Let me show you. It's a beautiful sunny afternoon, freezing but beautiful. But I'm going on a new walk that I've never been on, so we'll see. The sun is about to set. Floki. Floki's playing in the branches that I recently cut down. Hi, Floki. He's such a little squirmy baby. Yeah. It's kind of weird that I can sit out here without gloves or a hat on. It's actually very mild, maybe like 5 degrees. I don't know if it's obvious in this video, but it's very dark. As the solstice gets closer, there's way less sunlight and the sun is very low in the sky, which means it just isn't bright. Even in midday, it's so dark. But this is the time of year when we have the most beautiful sunrises, the most beautiful sunsets. There's just a lot of magic happening in the sky and lots of beautiful colors all around because of that. But it's also a time when I have the least amount of energy. I'm just constantly drained. I don't know, I guess the change of the season and the lower light. One thing that helps is going to the gym a couple times a week. It's really hard to force myself to do it, but every time I do, I feel so much better. And I end up with more energy, especially the day after. And it helps me sleep better at night because I just really struggle with sleep this time of year. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This is my 6th winter in Scotland. And honestly, every single time this light, this change in the season, the lack of light, I should say, comes as a surprise. You would think I'd be used to it by now. But, you know, I guess 6 years is nothing compared to 30 years. So hopefully I'll get used to it eventually. I try to find beauty in the little changes that happen in the landscape. So like all of the colors are different. The sky, as I said, is kind of dreamy this time of year. And because the sun is always lower in the sky, we get such beautiful, strong shadows everywhere, like long shadows falling across the land. So one thing that I kind of have been playing with, oh my God, Floki is up in that tree way over there. He's like up high in the tree. So one thing I've been doing this year to kind of keep things interesting is to play with drone photography. I've always used the drone purely as a way to give a new perspective in my landscape videos, in my and also for reference photos for my painting. I just love adding drone footage to my videos because that change in perspective for me is very eye-opening, and it makes me appreciate the beauty of the land in a different way. And it also helps like give context to the location that I'm in. But drone photography has opened up a whole new challenge in photography for me. Finding interesting compositions, especially. A lot of times, because the batteries only last like a half an hour or less, and I only have 2 batteries, most of the time I'm flying around looking for interesting compositions, and I have to make mental notes and then return to that location with fresh batteries and then go capture it. But then of course the light always doesn't work out. So it's just a whole new interesting type of photography. And I really love finding slightly more abstract compositions. So I may show a little bit of that in this video, but if not, I'll definitely make a separate video about that. We'll see how much I have to show that I think you guys would enjoy. I also want to thank you guys for your really generous, your kind responses and comments to our previous videos about like how Wolfie and I met.
My version of that is basically that she spotted me and then stalked me like a lioness. Questions about us, so they know us.
On YouTube, you should assume like 99% of your viewers have never seen your channel before and don't know you. And our trip to Bruges and Amsterdam, you know, the little story time videos we did. I don't think we'll be able to go on any huge trips anytime soon just because of the travel restrictions around the world. But maybe we'll be able to do a couple small trips in Scotland. And of course, we'll take you along those journeys as well. even though Wolfie is pretty shy in front of the camera, like I can tell he has fun, and your comments are definitely very encouraging for him to get over his fear of the camera or like his fear of speaking to the camera. I don't think he minds being on camera. It's just he feels nervous when he's like on the spot and he has to talk to the camera, which I totally understand. It is hugely challenging. When I started this channel earlier this year, I started it with the idea that it would just be like my video playground. You know, I'll just like make whatever video I feel like making and put it out there. And I didn't really think a lot of people would be interested in the content, except for like a few types of people, like people who are as obsessed with Scotland as I am. Honestly, the best part about YouTube is the comments, is being able to interact with you guys, because otherwise it's just making a video and putting it out there and like nothing happens. I mean, in that way, that's more like a visual diary for me, but I much prefer to have conversations with you all. Like getting to know a lot of you who repeatedly comment has been so wonderful. And someday when we're able to travel more freely, and maybe by then I'll have saved up enough money, maybe I can like travel to your neck of the woods and we could have like a photography meetup or something. That would be so cool. But for now, we'll just have to rely on the magic of the internet. I am going to be making some changes in my business this coming year and trying to kind of adjust my schedule, adjust my life in a way that creates a better work-life balance. I mean, I'm always trying to do that, but you don't know what you don't know. And this past year, I have learned so much about running a business, about what I need as a creative person, as actually just as a human. And yeah, I'm starting to see things more clearly, and I think the changes I'm going to make will be really beneficial. And I'm definitely going to continue making videos here. It's just been so much fun. It's like my side hobby in a way, even though it's still related to everything else I do. Whenever I sit down to compile footage and make a video, I get so excited. So yeah, thank you all for being here. Thank you for your follows and your comments and just all of your support. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday season, and I will see you in 2022. Let's go look at the sunset. Yeah? Okay, let's go. Sharing a spot? Excuse me, mister. What are you doing? What? It's up to you. What are you doing? Come here. Come here. Thank you.